Next on the Broadway show, well-behaved women rarely make history. I'm sitting down with one of the stars of Suffs, Jen Colella.
I'm Charlie Cooper, and coming up, I'm talking to the Countess of the Cling.
I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire, 'cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar.
And an exclusive musical performance from the star of & Juliet, Maya Boyd. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is the Broadway show. It's the Broadway show, the place to find the biggest shows and stars of Broadway. I'm Tamsen Fadal. Academy Award winner Robert Downey Jr. makes his Broadway debut this fall at Lincoln Center in the play McNeil. Robert Downey Jr. plays a brilliant writer who's struggling to connect with his estranged son while also trying to finish his latest novel. Let's send it out to Paul Wontorek.
Well, welcome. You are treading the boards of the Vivian Beaumont. I mean, what does all this mean to you?
Well, first of all, this is our large rehearsal space, and this is now my home. I spend more time here than I do anywhere else. I've learned more here in the last couple weeks than I did in the entirety of all the theater experience I ever had. But I'm able to bring all the experience I've had in other mediums back to here. And so it feels unnaturally natural.
When I sort of first fell in love with Broadway, you didn't really get people that sort of at the peak of their career coming to Broadway, and there's this new beautiful wave happening. I mean, you know, Jessica Chastain actually came right after winning an Oscar as well. I love this. I think you beat her though. You're coming even a little quicker. So why is now the time?
You know, I'd like to pretend that I have some grand design about how things happen. Susan Downey handed me the script. I looked at the title, I said, that's a cool title. She goes, it's theater. I love this writer. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not going to try to color your experience of reading this. And I knew I was doing it practically from jump.
Wow.
I was absolutely certain I was doing it before I was done reading it. When that happens, there's no why. You just feel like, oh, because I feel like, oh my God, like this is a gift.
What got your attention about this when you cracked it open?
Well, I just loved Ayad's script. It's so timely, it's so modern, it's asking questions that I think everyone is asking right now. So I felt like it was fresh and it was delicious. And Robert, of course, is someone that I was so excited to work with. He's a wonderful artist, and turns out that he's a wonderful person. So that's a lucky addition.
It's a little bit of a ripped from the headlines idea to talk about AI. You know, it's never really been explored on Broadway, but it's not really all that the play's about, right? I mean, it's sort of an element of the storytelling.
It is, that's right. Yeah, AI is just, it just happens to be sort of, I mean, a kind of a character in the play, really.
Yeah.
And that's a really interesting way to come at it. And I feel like the play makes sparks so many questions,
Sure.
you know, challenges people's thinking and challenges our humanity. We are in a world, right, already with AI, like AI and you know, computers and it's already, we're all interacting every day with that. And so I think that as we go forward, the more we can connect to our humanity and to each other's humanity, the more that we have a chance to grow into this, you know. So it's an exciting play in that regard to me. It's really right on target for what everyone's thinking about.
You have multiple things published, beautiful novel and great plays, a Pulitzer Prize winning play, Disgraced. Are you now able to go into ChatGPT and write something in your style? That's a thing. You can.
I actually haven't tried to do that, but some of my friends have sent me their attempts.
I'm gonna write a play in your style.
And it's funny. I mean, the large language models seem to be able to capture some quality of the way that I prefer to write sentences and what the preferred word order, where the prepositional phrase often tends to land, and it's interesting. I mean, you know, you wouldn't think that you could be so clearly targeted or pegged by a computer, but turns out you can be.
But that is kind of what we're dealing with here, right? So McNeil is a novelist and he's using this technology, right? I mean, isn't that sort of what we're exploring?
Is that what's happening? I mean, it's not really clear what he's doing. It's clear he's involved. It's clear AI's involved in the show. And then it becomes clear that maybe he's using, I mean, there's a lot of confusing
Okay.
red herrings, if you will, but it does end up being, I think, a meditation on artificial intelligence in the end.
I mean, Shakespeare's always saying, that art holds a mirror up to nature. And in a way, AI holds a mirror up to us. And I think what's nice about the play is it's not making some argument about AI taking over. It's much more about how we intersect with and deal with our own levels of imitation, our own levels of creativity, how we take from others, good and bad, and how we assemble thinking.
Suffs is Blazing Trails on Broadway, a celebration of those who fought to earn women the right to vote. It's truly a perfect musical for this moment. I caught up with one of the stars of Suffs, Jen Colella, at the Skylark. You know, when I went and saw Suffs, I went, I didn't realize what we needed to do to get here and what we still need to do.
Isn't that wild? The reverberation of these women's voices that we're able to speak and sing on stage is causing this effect directly to women. We're hearing this right now in the present moment as if we need to hear it right now, because we do. So while so much has happened that has moved us forward, we still have such a long way to go. And Suffs is kind of showing us that. It's wild.
It is wild, and then I think, actually, when I was sitting there watching, I was thinking, like, where are we going to be in 10 more years? Like how this show looks in 10 more years. What will we have, advanced in a lot of different ways? I mean, we're seeing some
Yes.
signs of it.
We are seeing some signs, right? That's the other thing that's happening right now, is this sense of hopefulness and joy politically that we have not felt. It's also interesting to be in a show that is a musical, but still is very much political. Even if we try to stay, when we try to stay like bipartisan, it's not. It's partisan. It's women's suffrage, and we're making a statement by just sharing something that actually happened. So yeah, I think 10 years from now, I have some hope that we will have actually made some great strides from the tide that we're feeling right now.
It's women that are part of history, recently part of history as well.
Absolutely. I mean, the suffrage movement was only 100 years ago.
Isn't that
which
crazy?
Is not that
It
long
doesn't
ago.
even
It's
make
just a
sense.
second ago. So I played Carrie Chapman Catt, and she was the president of the National American Women's Suffrage Association for 20 years and fought tirelessly. I mean, devoted more than 80% of her life to this cause and to peace across the world. And she's just one tiny little piece of the story. Alice Paul, was in prison and went through hunger strikes with all of her buddies. Ida B. Wells put herself and her family at risk because she continued to speak up for what she believed in. These women were pioneers for women speaking out and not just conforming. And we need them right now. We need to be reminded of their strong voices in this moment.
You, I guess, started this show and had a 5-month-old little girl, a 5-week-old, a 5-day-old.
Dave,
5-day-old.
get
Oh
into
my
it.
gosh.
I know. Can you stand it?
I can't even say that.
I know. I can't.
5 days old.
I
How
can't.
did you do that? How do you do it? Does it work with your sleeping schedule, maybe?
I have to give credit to my wife, Mo Mullen. We realized that these two things were happening at the same time, that I was giving birth to a Broadway show that I've been working on for 7 years, and to our child at the same time. And she said, I know that you need to put your heart, and this is part of your life's work. I have believed in Suffs for so many years and turned other things down so I could be a part of it. And so she's just taken the reins and really is the one to get up with Morrison, our daughter, more often. I still do, because I love the mornings now.
Yeah.
She's made me love the morning. As a theater person, that never happens. It was six this morning. I get up and she's in her
Wow.
crib and she sees my little face and she does this little like coy smile. It's the best if you forget about what time it is, or I don't care what sleep is. It's been beautiful and challenging to do both, but being her mom has definitely put things in perspective. There's nothing more important. I've never been able to say that. Theater's always been the most important thing. So now I have a new kind of love of my life and focus, and it just makes kind of going to work feel actually even more beautiful and like a privilege, because I know that I get to tell her the kind of work that I'm doing, what I'm working on right now, to tell her about Suffs and how it happened in this moment, like how Suffs is fitting into the zeitgeist in this moment, feels like alchemy and something very, very special. So I look forward to sharing that with my daughter.
It's time to take a walk with a Broadway star, so let's send it out to Charlie Cooper.
Morphe.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Our
you.
new matron, Mama Morton.
Mama Morphe is what I hear now.
Yes,
So,
I love that.
You know,
I love that so much. I love how much you're bringing your edge and your spice to this role. Talk a little bit about what drew you into it.
I mean, gosh, who wouldn't want to do Chicago the musical? I
Yeah.
mean, it's so exciting. I'm so happy to be here. The cast is amazing. I actually got to make my debut with one of my dearest friends, Max Clayton. We were all on stage together. Max, Robin Herder, Ariana. Like, what a quad of
That's
people to
huge.
just like make, you know, that I got to get my Chicago debut with. That was just a stroke of luck.
Talk
you know,
a little bit more about that, just the comfortability and the relationship that's already there and how that adds and builds on your performance.
I mean, I'm kind of never really in a scene with Max at all, but just to have his energy there,
Yeah.
because you know we had such a great time in Pretty Woman, and now we're having such a great time here, that it's like, you know, you couldn't ask for anything. Who could ask for anything more? you
Right,
know?
exactly. Well, let's walk to work.
Oh, okay. It's that time, isn't it?
It's that time.
Okay.
You got a show to do.
I do have a show to do.
How do you plan on making this role your own, or how are you making this role your own?
I just listen. I think that it was inherently a role I could really sink my teeth into.
Yeah.
And thankfully, somehow, no matter how many hundreds and thousands of people who have played this role, I was very, very lucky that there was a certain amount of, you know, allowance for me to bring myself to it. And there are, you know,
Right.
listen, there are aspects of my personality that are very close to this character. So that certainly always helps.
Right.
To have something where you can relate. You should be able to relate to every character. You don't always, but this one there's like a toughness to her, but also a very sweet, you know, she really cares about Velma. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
She actually, there is a true affinity for Velma. That's like her girl.
What I think is so special is that obviously this is a show that people love, but you are a person that people love. So I imagine that there are people showing up just to see Orphe in this role.
Well, say that again. No, I really appreciate it. The fans have been so amazing about it. It was packed last night. The stage door was packed. They were all so happy. They were saying the most wonderful things. But again, they have a lot of people they love in the show at one time.
Yeah.
And that doesn't always happen. So
Right.
we just got really lucky that way. So I'm just happy to be here, just to be here for a little while. And like, I looked up during rehearsal today and I looked at the audio, you know, the theater empty. And I was like, this really is a magical place.
Yes.
It really is. So, you know, all of them, all of the theaters.
Right.
But you just look up and you go, yeah, this is magical. So it was a moment.
We're
I had my
happy-
own little private moment.
Yes, we're happy to have you, Mama Morphe.
Well, thank you.
And listen, you've got a show to do, so break a leg.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to go get ready now and put on another pair of lashes. When you're good to mama, mama's good to you.
This is a Broadway show, and we're back in just a few. The smash hit & Juliet remains one of Broadway's hottest tickets and features a whole lot of pop anthems that you know and love.
Hi, I'm Maya Boyd. I played Juliet in & Juliet, and I will be singing Roar, one of my absolute favorite numbers in the show. I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I sat quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice, and that you pushed me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear that voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up, get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire, 'cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me
Welcome back to the Moulin Rouge. Pop star JoJo is back in the hit musical, starring as Satine. And she's got a new vlog for us over at Broadway.com called Sparkling Diamond Stories.
Let's get it.
For full episodes of the vlog, you can head over to Broadway.com. Near, far, wherever you are, if you're looking for some laughs, you're going to want to check out Titanic. It's the musical parody based on the 90s blockbuster Titanic. So let's head out to the theater for a backstage tour.
Hi, I'm Dee Rossioli, and we are about to go backstage at Titanic. This is Jenny, our A2. She's fancy. She also writes the question of the day. If you could go back in time, what show on Broadway are you seeing?
Original Into the Woods, hands down. I want to see Bernadette Peters do that. I want to see Joanna Gleason do that. Chip Zien, like that whole cast. I want to see Kim Crosby and what's his face, who played Prince Charming, fall in love on stage because they're married in real life. Fun fact.
Wow, Jenny just dropping knowledge back here. So this is the real backstage. The real backstage. Don't worry, you won't get lost because it's just one walkway. These are some fun props backstage. Don't worry, this isn't real beer. It's, well, it's probably epoxy, to be honest. I forgot to show my favorite prop in the show, and that is the Heart of the Ocean necklace. I like to wear it from time to time. It just makes me feel like fancy. Don't forget Victor Garber hat. Also, one of my other favorite props is the little tiny chapeau, which I also like to wear from time to time. So I wear my chapeau and my Heart of the Ocean necklace, and we're off. Welcome to On Stage at the Darrell Roth Theater. This is the ship of dreams. Let's go see my dressing room. Alcove, I guess we call it. And this is where I get ready. And I have a little ode to Cher in here, and a little ode to Elfie, and Celine Dion rubber ducky. I mean, this part of the room over here is basically trash, but this is where my costume is. And don't get too close to that dress because she is ripe. When I put her on, I go, ooh. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, they love me so much. It's so wonderful. I have a show to do, so shall we go for it?
Wicked is iconic, celebrating 25 plus years on Broadway and beyond. And we've rolled out a brand new vlog over at Broadway.com. It's called Positively Emerald, and Mary-Kate Morrissey plays Elphaba. Check out this preview.
I'm not gonna lie, it was tough to come back today because I had just been on vacation and I was like, man, that's such a different life that people live around their families. That must be like just so nice to have all the time, and it's such a big role, and I was like starting to stress out. I was like, okay, well, I don't know how it's gonna go. Am I gonna even remember it? And then I got on stage. That run out, and in my head I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be like the show of a lifetime. Because I'm so fresh, I'm so on my body. I have to be incredibly present that I was, for the first, until I had my first break right after Classroom 1, something bad, or that little break right there, until then I was like, wow, I am Elphaba.
For full episodes of the vlog, you can head over to Broadway.com. And that's going to do it for us. But for tickets, or if you want to check out extended cuts of all these interviews, head over to Broadway.com. I'm Tamsin Fidel, and this is The Broadway Show.